I went home and did some research after our last podcast when I was trying to figure out who Andrew Tate was and get to the bottom of things. And
what'd you find?
I got some information.
Okay, let's hear it.
They was getting at this nigga. They was getting at Joe bad.
I don't see none of that.
I do.
NPCs.
I don't know what that is, but I do.
Bots and NPCs.
NPCs. Like when niggas that start just coming from a whole nother side of the town come over and start preaching that shit. I told Adam that yesterday on AMP. All you little white boy scumbag niggas that's in your audience, we sophisticated on my side. You keep them little dirty, dusty ass niggas over there in your little biker gang, all right? Over here, have some class when you bring your opinions. I told him that. Andrew Tate. This is what I've learned about Andrew Tate. More incels, too. More of these NPCs out here, right? That's about, oh, you pander, no, the top G.
The top G?
That's
Top
his
G?
name. That's what he calls himself. Like Kevin
what's that
Sanders
mean?
called himself the Godfather.
Oh, he the top
He calls
G.
himself the top G. So anyway, my research told me this. Andrew Tate was a clout chaser.
That's it?
An influencer.
Oh, okay.
Many years ago, he was an amateur kickboxer. By his own admission, he wasn't making any money and he was broke. He then did a reality show called Big Brother. Okay, so that makes you a reality television star.
Okay.
And you used to look a lot different. But he did the reality show Big Brother. He was kicked off of the show Big Brother because footage came out of him and a woman naked fighting and he was beating her ass. They both later said that was staged. The woman continues to say it was staged.
Okay.
Right? But that's fine. Let's see. What else do we have here? Human trafficker.
That's what we went over, I believe. Yeah.
Alleged.
That's
Don't
not
put
that's
that
a
on
legend
nobody's
name.
No, this part is not alleged.
It's alleged.
It's not alleged. Well, we have to say it's alleged. But shortly after Big Brother, let's see, both said role playing. Oh, works with the Romanian mafia. Oh, his mom doesn't speak to him. He has no relationship with his mom. Dad abused mom, and he blames mom for it. I think that's important to note when you dig into this guy. Dad, it was a black chess wizard, Emery Tate. Also, in speaking about his family, who he's not very close to, he said his youngest sibling has a very low IQ, and nobody gives a fuck about the third sibling. That's like the bronze medalist.
Damn.
Why would anyone care about a bronze medalist? Let's see, what else? He said that Meghan Markle was not black and that she should cook chicken and serve it to him so she can prove her blackness to him. This is not alleged. These are the things that the top G is saying, and you idiots out there are defending him to me for some strange reason. Y'all do that on your own time. Let's see. They dismissed a rape charge on dude because the girl went to the police and with audio of him saying, I love raping you. And I love when you look like you're unsure if you want me to or not. It was really disgusting. But they didn't allow those texts to be admissible, so that was dismissed. What else do we have about here? Oh, he runs a war room now, some subscription shit where he was taping girls. Well, that's different. Before, when he was human trafficking, he was taping women in dungeons, and these women were from all over the world, which is how you have the trafficking come in, and he was making them do wild shit. That's what I gathered on this guy.
Do we want to play the
Now,
recording?
why do you, huh?
Do you want to play the recording?
Have a blast.
Okay.
Am I a bad person? Because the more you didn't like it, the more I enjoyed it. I fucking loved how much you hated it. Turned me on. Why am I like that? Why? I am one of the most dangerous men on this planet. Sometimes you forget exactly how lucky you were to get fucked by me. Would you rather me pin you down and make you do things you didn't like, or would you rather fuck? You didn't like that I was thinking I can do whatever I want to.
Use your button.
That's what it is. I'm the smartest person on this fucking planet. Are you seriously so offended I strangled you a little bit? You didn't fucking pass out. Chill the fuck out. Jesus Christ. I thought you were cool. What's wrong?
Andrew Tate contacted numerous minors in Romania, offering to take them on dates and bragging about his cars. Most of the girls were 16. One girl, he messaged a strawberry. He also admitted to fucking 16-year-olds when he was 21 years old. I can go on and on about the things that are not alleged about this man. He's said and done a bunch of wild shit. He's a nomad between the U.S., because I was wondering why the U.S. was so fascinated with this guy, but apparently he spent time here.
He was born in D.C.
So he spent time here. His family is from a really poor part of the U.K. I forgot what the name of it is.
His mother from the UK, his father from here.
But why am I supposed to give a fuck about this guy?
You're not.
Because that was my question last pod. Why everybody? Now I have a better understanding of why there's so much commotion out there. I don't feel like it's manufactured. This nigga's a nut. He's a nut. But I don't subscribe to his name being put in the same breath as Kevin Samuels at all. This nigga's a menace to society. Like, I don't give a fuck that he markets himself well. Like, I don't get it.
There's a lot of people that just feel like whenever the Andrew Tate conversation is brought up, first of all, you cannot argue about this man online because, I mean, his legion of fans are there. It's another level. You know, you can't say anything about him without getting attacked.
Yeah, but those are fans of everything that I just said.
Yeah.
So why do I want to have anything
But what's
to do
crazy
with
is that people.
them?
What's crazy is that people, whenever he's brought up in conversation, people will always justify something that he said that happened to make sense. But I always answer that with like, a broken clock is right twice a day. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, it's the overall ideology that is terrifying. He is a violent misogynist, and he's out there promoting these ideals to people who, you know, a few of them are probably 2 sandwiches short of a picnic. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's not necessarily about the messenger, but the message just being conveyed to people who are going to be extremely irresponsible with it and take it to the ends of the earth. And that's what makes him so terrifying. That's why so many social media platforms tried to, you know, ban this guy, because his messaging was so...
Yeah, he's been a nut for a while. He's been a nut for a while. That was the other thing.
What's amazing is...
He's been around for a little while, just becoming increasingly nutty as he goes.
And he self-described, I'm the most dangerous man on the planet.
And y'all have at it. Listen, there's some on the internet for everybody.
I'm asking,
but this ain't my bag.
Because I'm looking, you seem like you disagree with a lot of this. I do disagree with a lot of it.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Some of the shit that he does and some of the things that he says, I do not agree with. But there is a bigger picture here of some things that he does and that he says that I do agree with.
Like what?
The war room that you spoke about. Do you know what that is or no?
Vaguely, from what I researched.
What is it?
Some subscription shit that he does with powerful people from all over the world.
So basically like a masterclass type thing?
It's bigger than that, but similar to a low-level masonry of sorts.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? It's just other things that when he speaks about, and there's some things that
But
he
what
talks
about
about.
that?
He has a group. He has a group of younger boys that he kind of tries to mentor in a manner of self-sufficiency.
This is the guy that you want mentoring young boys?
Off rip, I got a problem with a man who's disrespectful and has problems with his mother. Like off rip, like that's always going to be a red flag for me. You know.
Same, but there's 20 million reasons to have a problem with all of the things that we just
absolutely.
listed. And your response to that was the media could misrepresent someone.
My response was that I could list 20 things about you that somebody could have a problem.
You don't hear how that's off-putting?
Let me speak. Let me finish. I could list 20 things about you and somebody, matter of fact, I don't even got to list them. People say the same things about you every single day. And the people that know, let me finish, Joe. The people that know you and love you defend you on a daily basis.
They do not. No one has ever called me a rapist.
They might have.
No one's
they
ever
might not have
accused
called
me
you
of rape.
those things.
No one has
Never
audio
mind.
of me
Bro.
saying I enjoy raping. Don't never mind it, because last week when I wasn't so informed, like you said, there are things that he says I agree with and things that he says that I don't agree with. I think that this nigga is menacing enough for that to be important to you to want to separate what you agree with from this nigga who's on tape saying some of this stuff.
And the reality of the situation...
And from a nigga who they are trying to get for human trafficking and sex trafficking. They have girls that have come forward and said, yo, this nigga's been bugging out. Now, why they can't get him, that's not on me. But no, I don't think that anything anybody's ever said about me is on the same levels is. I don't.
But do you not
And the
believe-
media can misrepresent anybody. So that's a very vague point. I want to focus on the things that we know for certain about him, which is there's a case and they got audio and there's victims.
Got it.
Now, how y'all subscribe to that is totally on y'all. But I get lost when you nutcases out there start coming to me with people I need to be talking about. I don't give a fuck about Andrew Tate.
Do you not?
And I ain't hear a reason why I should.
Do you not believe in growth though? Is meaning like
Stop it, yo. Stop
Wait,
it.
no,
I'm just
no,
asking.
Hey, yo, let me
now.
check this
Yeah,
out.
we
Let me
can't
preface this with this.
Yeah.
I'm not one of them niggas that joined a frat, a sorority. I'm not in the group think. I'm not one of them niggas that I wasn't in I wasn't in the boys club, boy scout. I wasn't none of that shit where you got to sign you up to just come into some group type of thinking. All that shit that these lonely niggas who never had no friends is doing, looking up to weirdos on the internet. That's not my bag. Like I have my own level of discernment. I have my own way I process things. Yes, like y'all saying very vague things. Yes, I think people can change.
Thank you.
What the fuck do that have to do with this accused rapist who there's audio of and victims from?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I went to court for mine. I don't even like my name being brought up in that. I went to court for mine. I went to anything somebody said about me, I went right to court. Hey, let's do it. Let's chop it up. I ain't do none of this.
Neutral Budden.